Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today. This Thursday, the 19th of March, 2009. We're going to be live here for the next 4 hours. We have Dr. Chuck Baldwin, Constitutional Party presidential candidate 2008, who was basically listed as a terrorist leader by the state police propaganda document put out in Missouri, written by the feds, and that's what the document does. Don't let them spin it. Also, we've got Commander David K. Robin of the American Legion joining us, outraged by the fact that they're going to make all veterans pay for their own health care. Now, that's CNN, ladies and gentlemen, and they put a spin on it and say it's good. So basically, you'll have to get your own insurance when your arms and legs get blown off, or you breathe nerve gas, or you get shot. You know, more than 15,000 troops have died in Iraq. They just changed the rules 7 years ago as they were building up for the war. We've now passed the 6-year mark for being in Iraq. But 7 years ago, they changed the accounting rule, kind of like they've changed all the other federal statistics that were always somewhat fraudulent, but now even more fraudulent, to where if you're not looking for employment anymore and you just dropped out of society, which tens of millions have done, you just are counted as employed. Isn't that interesting how they cook the numbers there? Well, it's the same thing here. You can pull this up. You can just Google it. The government admits it. 15,000 plus troops 5 years in, I haven't looked at it in a year, have died of their injuries since they left Iraq. And, I mean, they can die on a jet, medical aircraft, flying them to New York City or to D.C. or to Virginia or to Ramstein in Germany, and it doesn't count. So when I say 5,000 died in the Obama deception, I'm just going with what they're officially spinning and saying, not even counting the 1,000-plus dead contractors as well, so it's well above that. Continuing, we have Stuart Rhodes from Oath Keepers coming on the show. This is a group of police and military saying they're going to keep their oaths to not violate the Bill of Rights and Constitution under criminal orders from either the commander-in-chief or their direct commanders in the military and police departments, police chiefs and others. So that is coming up. We also have author Jeff Grubb, author of Corporatism, the Secret Government of the New World Order, very interesting professor, joining us in the last hour of the show today. We scheduled him from last week. So that's basically what is coming up. Okay, massive news, very important news. Let me break it down right now. House passes mandatory national service bill. You heard me. It's now going to the Senate. They are going to do this. They are moving on every front. By the way, Obama is going down to Mexico. I was listening to him live. I gave a speech on the radio this morning to a crowd saying that, oh, we're going to fix the illegal alien problem because we're just going to legalize them. The American people want to legalize them. They just want them to be official and legal and have papers. They'll be in the system. And so get ready for that as well. But just off-the-charts report, prisonplanet.com, Paul Watson, House passes mandatory national service bill. The House passed a bill yesterday which includes disturbing language indicating young people will be forced to undertake mandatory national service programs as fears about President Obama's promised civilian national security force intensify. Watson's being too timid here, like he always is. If you read the bill that passed, it says forced service, so I'm going to read it. Yes, they have passed it. It's going to the Senate right now. The Obama administration is now having to admit they engineered the loopholes for the banks with the bailout money. Of course they did. I mean, Geithner wrote the bailout bill for Paulson. We'll be right back. Stay with us. What can you do to keep you and your family safe from the resistant new strains of deadly bacteria and viruses? Check out supernaturalsilver.com today, or visit the link on Infowars.com to find out more about this incredible new silver compound. The new silver solution is a natural antibiotic that is clinically tested to kill viruses, germs, bacteria, and yeast safely. This new technology has proven itself to be a formidable weapon against bio-threats of today and tomorrow. The new silver solution gel has been shown to disinfect topically and keep the area sanitized for up to 4 hours. The new silver solution is a highly effective, potent nanoparticle solution that is lethal to bacteria, yeast, and viruses. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and see the amazing line of products they have available. Check out the patented new silver solution today. Click on the link and check out the uses for new silver solution. Order this extra line of defense today by going to supernaturalsilver.com. That's supernaturalsilver.com today. In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascist.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Going into battle, you would want all the ammunition for your gun you could get. But presently, ammunition and reloading supplies are in shortage. Now think about this. If you have no food, all the guns and ammunition will be useless against the population-controlled breadlines. In the present battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your most important and only true ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it, now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Will you buy it without proper identification? Will it make your children sick? Quarantine? Will you feed yourself or go to the gathering center for immunization? All of these problems disappear if you have a good supply of storable food. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. Storable food puts you in control. Call 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com. Call 800-409-5633.
He's the T-Rex of political talk. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
Okay, we're jam-packed with guests today, so I'm going to go right into the news. Out of the gates. This is up on PrisonPlanet.com. This article is of maximum importance. We need this to go to the four winds immediately. House passes mandatory national service bill. Legislation intensifies fears about Obama civilian national security force. Intensifies fears? I mean, when they're marching down the street in massive brigades, will that intensify fears? You see, we get accused constantly of exaggerating. No, I have to call Kurt Nimmo, Paul, Steve, Aaron, constantly and say, hey, you didn't put the fact that they added Ron Paul and bumper stickers in this MIAC report. Oh, I didn't see that in there. I can't believe that. Read it. It's in there. It's worse than they say. It's worse than this headline says. Read the bill. We're about to read the bill on air right now that's passed the House. And I understand why Representative Jim Guest of Missouri, when he first heard about our story last week, didn't believe it at first. He said that on air because it's so horrifying. It's so unbelievable that the government is out of control and as criminal as it is. But it's happening. It's really going on. This is why, if you study criminology, people let con artists in their houses. It's why women get in cars with killers. Because, oh, he was a nice man. He was wearing a suit. You know, Ted Bundy. The few women that escaped, and finally that's why he got caught, was, oh, he was so clean cut, I couldn't believe a serial killer would be clean cut. Most of them are. And so because all these politicians are wearing fancy suits up there and have fancy teleprompters and, big curtain backdrops behind them, people get conned. It's worse than we can even describe here, ladies and gentlemen, the full spectrum of deception and disinformation by the establishment media, the twisting. The boldness of the politicians.